recurring vaginal yeast infection and permanent solution to same. If you have been experiencing this and you've tried all sort of treatment and none has worked, this video is for you. Yeast is naturally present in all of us vagina. As long as you're a woman, you have yeast living in your vagina. That's their natural habitat. And it becomes an infection when it becomes imbalanced, when there is an overgrown or rapid growth of yeast in your vagina. It then becomes an infection. Hello beautiful people, welcome to Indulge Body and Skincare. My name is Toyin Okunaya, and this is the channel where we get to talk all things that has to do with beauty, body, lifestyle and skincare. So today we are talking body and lifestyle, so stay with me as we discuss recurring vaginal yeast infection and permanent solution to it. What is yeast infection? Yeast infection is a fungal infection. It is caused by a yeast called fungus. Meanwhile, it is not a viral infection, hence it is not sexually transmitted, except your partner is a woman. I mean, like woman to woman, which is against the law in Nigeria. You cannot transfer vaginal yeast infection to your partner that is a man. So some of the things that could be causing that recurring vaginal infection are going to be listed here. And if you happen to fall on this table and you've been guilty of any of this act, please leave me a comment to so that others can learn from you if you be experiencing that same set of symptoms of vaginal yeast infection due to this habit. 1, staying in your gym clothes for too long a period of time after a workout. Probably you got back from a workout and you're all sweaty and all that, and something distracted you, you didn't take out your gym clothes, and that has been an habit for a while. You will likely have recurrent yeast infection. If you are the type that wear wet panties, for whatever reason, you wash your panties that morning and you wore it just like that, probably you towel dry and just wear it, you have that same issue. If you are the type that douche or douche or use vaginal deodorant, can you imagine that? See, you are going to disturb your vagina's natural pH. You're going to cause yourself vaginal yeast infection by using those two things I just mentioned, douching or douching, or using deodorant. Come on, the vagina, as God created it, as its natural smell, and that is the natural smell. As long as it's not smelling foul, let it be. My beautiful ladies that like wearing very tight clothing, tight panties, pant trousers, tight jeans, tight all of this kind of thing, tight bomb shorts. Oh my God. Hey, you've not seen anything. So those kind of clothing will definitely make your V area, have recurring vaginal infection. Another thing that you would likely, get an issue from doing is sitting on the toilet seat for too long a period of time. Some of us are guilty of that. Okay, maybe you do number 1 or number 2 and you're there with your phone, chatting away, smiling. Before you know it, you've been there for like maybe some 30 minutes or thereabout. What are you doing there? Get out of there. Hey, you know what? Your own is even for another day. Don't sit on toilet seat for too long. Then if you're like me, I like scented tissue. You know those tissue that when you put them on the toilet tank, it just smells so good. Back and forth as you're going in and out, it smells so good. You're wondering what's smelling in my bathroom, my darling. Please throw it out. Use unscented tissues instead, because those scented tissues are going to irritate your V area and most likely you will develop vaginal yeast infection. Scented pads, scented tampons are all on this table. If you use them, you are going to irritate your skin a lot. Last but not the least are lubricants. Some use it to enhance sexual enjoyment or something like that. Women use it. If you have to use lubricants at all, use water-based lubricants. They are less irritating. And if you study yourself and realize that lubricants are not the best for you, that they irritate your V area, kindly stop it and find another way to get your wetness on. I bring this to you today because I know a lot of women suffer from this, and anyone at all, whether sexually active or otherwise, can actually get vaginal yeast infection as long as you don't practice safe lifestyle. You will likely get it. Women that are in their puberty age, And then women who are very close to their menopause would also have these challenges. But there are specific people that are, that are have risks. There are people that generally they are at risk of this vaginal yeast infection. On this table are pregnant women. If you're pregnant, definitely this will, be a thing. Then again, if you have, say, some kind of older thoughts. If you use antibiotics and birth control pills, you will likely have this kind of issue. Also, if you have some kind of health condition, that could also be responsible for, recurring yeast infection. But like I mentioned, please, there are health providers that their job is to actually be able to give you information, help you with, prescriptions, drugs, and all of that you can use when you have this infection. So you can actually consult your doctor. Don't take my word for it completely. Consult health provider, as I am not one. A test in the hospital is the total and safe way to know whether it is yeast infection you have or any other kind of infection. But these are the things that you should look out for if you have these symptoms currently, or you felt it before. You likely have vaginal yeast infection. 1, burning sensation or itching around the vagina or the vulva, that is the area outside of your V. If you have that feeling, at any point of the other, particularly at night or at any other time, you start feeling itchy, uncomfortable around that area, you start having like a burning sensation around there. Yeah. Then again, you could have swelling and redness around that area. Your vagina area, the vulva in particular, could be a bit swollen and reddish. Another thing is the discharge. You will likely have this cheese-like, a cottage cheese consistency kind of discharge. Our regular discharges, sometimes a bit thick, a little bit thick, or sometimes a bit runny, depending on the time of the month that you have. But this one will be extra thick and cheese-like. And, I'm going to show you a picture up there of what a cottage cheese consistency of, what's it called? A cottage cheese discharge looks like. Definitely you have a burning sensation while you pee. Definitely you would likely experience pain during sexual intercourse. That is not always the case, but yeah. And basically, you would also notice in some people that they don't get all of these symptoms. The only thing they have is the cheese-like discharge that, give it away that, okay, yeah, they have some sort of infection. So it's not everybody that have similar symptoms. So the best bet is for you to get yourself checked out to see exactly what is the problem. Now that you have found out what is the problem and you've been given medication, most likely you'll be given antifungal medications. Remember we said at the beginning of this video that yeast infection are fungal infection. So yeast is a kind of fungus. So those are the prescriptions that you'll be given, something that probably it could be a combination of a tablet for you to insert in your V area or a cream for you to actually apply on your vagina. So it could be a combination of the two or one or both, But after all said and done, and you've tried this medication and you use it, and after a few months, you still have symptoms of this, infection. That is what we call recurring vaginal yeast infection. Boric acid is an ancient medication, over-the-counter, OCT, over-the-counter medication that is prescribed for people who have recurring yeast infection. That, yeah, doctors have treated you, they've seen you, they've recommended something to you, and at the end of the day, you've tried that, and your yeast infection keep coming back. This is the final bus stop. It almost always works. And I'm talking from personal experience. Like, boric acid will just take those symptoms away, take the infection away as if you never had it, and you're not going to hear of it again. Especially if you don't go back to these funny lifestyle habits that I've listed in this video. So please, our take home here is that find out what exactly is the kind of infection that you have. Go to your doctor, get tested of the kind of infection that you have in particular, get whatever it is that they're recommending for you, and chill and see if it works. If it doesn't work and you keep having this issue, or you're already having recurring issues of yeast infection, boric acid is for you. Where can you get it? It's an over-the-counter product. So You don't need prescription by doctors for it, and you can also get a prescription for it. So skincare stores sell it. I also sell it. Pharmacists and pharmacies sell it. You can actually get it. It's, you know, online, offline, whatever, you can get it from there. And it's just one per day at night. You just insert it. There's this utensil or whatever it's called, item that you can use to insert. You don't insert with your hand because it has to go deep, deep, deep in. So you use that to insert it into that place at night when you're going to bed, and wear a pants because some of the discharge will come up into your pants, and you can use it for the next 7 to 14 days. But I used mine for 7 days and I didn't hear anything about vaginal yeast infection again since a while now. So I thought to share this with you because I know as women, I hope you've learned a thing or two from this video. Kindly share this video with other women who have similar issue or who will likely have because they are women. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, and keep coming back to watch more. Meanwhile, if you missed our last video about how I evened out my skin tone and cleared my knuckles, you know, using a particular oil, please check it out. You know, it's linked up there. Kindly check it out. Until I come your way again, stay beautiful. Cheers.